In the heart of a sprawling meadow, lived Pip, a tiny field mouse with a spirit larger than life. He dreamt of reaching the Whispering Falls, a legendary cascade said to grant wishes, a place no mouse had ever seen. His journey began at dawn, the sun painting the dew-kissed grass in shimmering gold. Every step was a monumental effort, each blade of grass a towering obstacle. He faced perilous paths, navigated thorny bushes, and crossed a babbling brook. Hunger gnawed at him, exhaustion threatened to overwhelm him, but the thought of the Whispering Falls fueled his resolve. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, he heard it, a faint, melodious roar. With renewed vigor, he scurried towards the sound, his heart pounding with anticipation. And then he saw it, the Whispering Falls, cascading down moss-covered rocks, a breathtaking spectacle of nature's grandeur. He had made it. He closed his eyes, made his wish, for all creatures, big and small, to find the courage to chase their dreams. When he opened them, the falls seemed to shimmer with an ethereal glow. Pip had not only reached his destination but had also discovered the power of perseverance and the boundless capacity of his own heart. Deep within the Sunstone Gardens lived a field mouse named Squeak, who was terrified of vast, open spaces. Unlike his siblings who scurried fearlessly through the rose tunnels, the towering rose bushes felt menacing to him. He preferred the safety of his burrow, nibbling seeds and dreaming of adventures he'd never dare to take. One day, a devastating shadow fell upon Sunstone Gardens. A rare fungal blight, the dusk rot, began to wither the roses, turning their vibrant petals black. The elders, wise voles who guided the community, announced that the only cure lay in the legendary sunpetal dew, found only on the highest bloom of the elusive sky rose, which grew far beyond the borders of the Sunstone Gardens. All the strong and daring mice prepared for the journey. Fear gripped Squeak. He knew the journey would be perilous, and it was meant for brave mice, not for him. That night, he heard the cries of his siblings. His sibling, Piper, couldn't sleep and was very worried. Squeak listened. Piper and the other little mice told their mother they were hungry. But their mother mouse told them that it was going to be all right, and there were berries for supper. However, the little mouse still told their mother about their fears. Squeak reflected on his family. He couldn't stand by as the roses, and his family, withered away. Gathering his courage, Squeak packed sunflower seeds and followed the mice under the cover of night. The journey was fraught with danger. They crossed treacherous streams, evaded hungry owls, and navigated thorny brambles. Squeak, usually timid, surprised himself with his determination. He used his small size to his advantage, squeezing through narrow gaps, alerting the others to hidden dangers with his keen hearing. When the bravest, biggest, mouse fell into a crevice, Squeak used his sharp teeth to cut the vines that helped pull him to safety. The sky rose was magnificent, a single enormous bloom perched atop a sheer cliff face. The sunpetal dew, shimmering like liquid gold, rested within its petals. However, a gigantic, grumpy rockhopper caterpillar guarded it. The other mice had tried and failed to sneak by, outsmart or overpower the caterpillar. Seeing it was all lost, they all planned to go home. Seeing his comrades defeated, Squeak was scared. But his memory of Piper's anxiousness stirred something within him. It filled him with such a power that his fears started to dissipate. With a plan, he approached the grumpy rockhopper caterpillar. Instead of fighting, Squeak sat calmly. "Please help us. The Sunstone Gardens are dying. The roses are withering. Our families are sad. We need the dew to live," he explained in a tiny, shaky voice. The grumpy caterpillar, softened by Squeak's sincerity, gently nudged the rose. A perfect drop of sun-petal dew fell into Squeak's acorn cup, and the caterpillar offered Squeak a ride down the cliff. Squeak returned to Sunstone Gardens, hailed as a hero. The sun-petal dew revived the roses, their colors returning brighter than before. Squeak, no longer afraid, explored the gardens with newfound confidence. He had faced his fears, discovered his strength, and saved his community. He realized that courage wasn't the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. From then on, Squeak continued to live a long and happy life amongst the sunflowers, and told all the young mice the story of the day a tiny mouse saved the Sunstone Gardens.